Marriage is the promise of hope between two people who love each other, who trust that love, and who wish to share their future together. It enables two separate people to share their desires, dreams, and memories, and to help each other through their uncertainties. It provides the encouragement to risk more, and thus to gain more. In marriage, companions of the soul belong together, providing mutual support and a stability in which their children may grow. Here in the presence of family, friends, and God, we recognize and affirm Scott and Lindsey's relationship as they began their married life. Out of two different and distinct spiritual traditions, Scott and Lindsey have come together in love. In that spirit of love, they have chosen to learn from each other the best of what each has to offer, to appreciate their differences, and to affirm that their belonging together is far better than being apart from each other. Scott and Lindsey, we welcome you. We are glad to join with you in the celebration of your marriage and to witness your vows and to wish you joy in all your life together. O God of us all, touch us with an awareness of your presence in all the world around us. Awaken us a sense of wonder that you have created us in love. And as we celebrate the marriage of Scott and Lindsey, deepen our love for those close to us and for those who, although strangers, need our concern. Help Scott and Lindsey as they commit themselves to each other, and grant us all a heightened sense of joy in life because we share this moment with them. Amen. The readings will now begin.
May your marriage bring you all the exquisite excitements a marriage should bring. And may life grant you also patience, tolerance, and understanding. May you always need one another, not so much to fill your emptiness, as to help you to know your fullness. A mountain needs a valley to be complete. The valley does not make the mountain less, but more. And the valley is more a valley because it has a mountain towering over it. So let it be with you and you. May you need one another, but not out of weakness. May you want one another, but not out of lack. May you entice one another, but not compel one another. May you embrace one another, but not encircle one another. May you succeed in all important ways with one another and not fail in the little graces. May you look for things to praise, often say, I love you, and take no notice of small faults. If you have quarrels that push you apart, may both of you have good enough sense to take the first step back. May you enter into the mystery which is the awareness of one another's presence. No more physical than spiritual, warm and near when you are side by side, and warm and near when you are in separate rooms, or even distant cities. May you have happiness, and may you find it in making one another happy. May you have love, and may you find it in loving one another.
The future belongs to hearts even more than it does to minds. Love that is the only thing that can occupy and fill eternity. In the infinite, the inexhaustible is requisite. Love participates of the soul itself. It is in the same nature. Like it, it is the divine spark. Like it, it is incorruptible, indivisible, imperishable. It is a point of fire that exists within us, which is immortal and infinite, which nothing can confine, and which nothing can extinguish. We feel it burning even to the very marrow of our bones, and we see it beaming in the very depths of heaven. You can give without loving, but you can never love without giving. The great acts of love are done by those who are habitually performing small acts of kindness. We pardon to the extent that we love. Love is knowing that even when you are alone, you will never be lonely again. And great happiness of life is the conviction that we are loved. Loved for ourselves and even loved in spite of ourselves.
Scott, do you love and trust Lindsey and want her to be your wife?
I do. I do.
I heard you. The mic comes out for the vows. Will you stand by her no matter what happens, respecting her as a person, understanding her needs and enjoying her love until death parts you?
I will.
Lindsey, do you love and trust Scott and want to be his wife?
I do.
Will you stand by him no matter what happens, respecting him as a person, understanding his needs and enjoying his love until death parts you?
I will.
Will the parents please stand? In your new relationship with Scott and Lindsey, do you, as their parents, pledge your loving support?
We do.
I'm going to ask all of you to stand. Today you have come here not simply to witness our couple's union, but to take part in it. Each of you represents not only yourself, but all of the people who have and will touch the lives of our bride and groom. Your support has helped their relationship to flourish, and the joy that you bring into this couple's lives keeps them going. Our bride and groom have asked all present to take vows as well, to pledge your support and love for them as they embark upon this new path together. After I have spoken these vows, please answer with me, we will. Will you, their friends and family, promise to encourage and inspire their dreams, to accept them not only as individuals, but as a couple, to be their friends and their support, today and every day to follow? We will. You now may be seated. This is when you face each other. Okay, kiddo.
Lindsey, even though we have been planning this day since I proposed to you last March, I've always known that nothing could prepare me for the happiness I would feel in this moment, or for how beautiful you would look in it. While I know that there will never be another time in my life that can compare to how I feel right now, I promise that I will always try to give you something to look forward to, and that I will never forget the things that made us fall in love with each other in the first place. I promise to always make sure that we are being true to ourselves, to always put your wants and needs before my own, and to always set my dreams and aspirations as high as you are. I promise to always plan out our trips in an Excel spreadsheet. I promise to always sit on the same side of the booth as you at restaurants, and to always let you have as much of my meal as you want. Should legal troubles happen to come our way, I promise we will always come out on top. I promise to always be faithful to you, to never stop working on our marriage, and to always remember that being a good husband and father is my most important job. I promise that I will always try to give you a unique perspective on life and always try to see it through your eyes as well. I promise to always take the first sip of your coffee when it's too hot, to let you go in the same revolving door as me at the mall, and to listen to Beyonce on repeat as often as you want. I promise to always be your primary care doctor, and, as you know from this week, your chief meteorologist. I promise to always love you for exactly the person that you are. When we grow old and gray together, I promise to still hold your hand and let you sit on my lap. I promise to always treat you like my angel, and I promise to make all of your dreams come true.
Scott, you are my very best friend, my favorite person, and the love of my life. I can't wait to marry you today in front of our closest friends and family. I know life won't always be easy, but I'm so confident that by choosing you, I'm choosing a partner that will fight for us and for this relationship until their very last day. You inspire me every day to be open-minded and to learn more about the world from different viewpoints than my own. You're one of those people that wakes up and tries to be a better person every day, and I'm so incredibly lucky to be and honored to become your wife. While some may choose to focus and doubt us for our differences, please know that I believe that this is one of our greatest strengths. I will live a more fulfilled and enriched life with you by my side, challenging me along the way. I can't imagine spending one day on this earth without you, now that you're by my side. With all that said, I promised to stand by your side and love you every day, through the lowest of lows and the highest of highs. I promise to follow your example and never stop trying to better myself and better this relationship. I promise to allow at least one room in each house to be dedicated to Baltimore sports. Preferably the bathroom. I promise to remember that neither of us are perfect and to focus on the fact that we're perfect for one another. I promise that no matter how many seats there are in the room, your laugh will be my favorite. And I promise to keep an open mind and to listen and to learn from you. Lastly, I promise that I will love you with my whole heart for my whole life.
The rings, please. These rings have no beginning and no end. And as you place these symbols on each other's fingers, it signifies that there shall be no end to your marriage and no end to the happiness that you will both share together. So when you place these rings on each other's fingers, wear them with love and with honor. This ring is a token of my faithfulness and love.
This ring is a token of my faithfulness and love.
And a symbol that all I have I share with you.
And a symbol that all I have I share with you.
This ring is a token of my faithfulness and love.
This ring is a token of my faithfulness and love.
And a symbol that all I have I share with you.
And a symbol of that all I have I share with you.
We will conclude our ceremony with the breaking of the glass, as it is a tradition in Scots faith, which reminds us that love like glass is fragile and must be protected. The breaking of the glass, like the commitment you make today, is irrevocable and permanent. Since this is an interfaith couple, let us, with this symbol, be particularly mindful of the needless barriers that people erect between one another, and try to think with the breaking of the glass of breaking down those barriers and helping to build a world of respect, unity, and peace. After the glass is broken, I invite you all to express your commitment of love for one another with a kiss. And I invite everyone to shout out a congratulatory Mazel Tov. Please stand. Scott and Lindsey, You have declared the love you have for each other and your hopes for the future. You have made promises to each other and have symbolized them by joining hands and giving rings. You are now husband and wife. Scott, you may kiss your bride.